All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I visited America's city of black millionaires, Atlanta. Now, I went to Atlanta. For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Sugira Rubasha, entrepreneur, content creator. I run a social media marketing business, and I went to Atlanta, and the best city I've ever been to in my whole life. So I can't wait to react to this video with you guys. Let's go, bro.
Atlanta is the city with the highest number of black millionaires in America.
Beautiful day to make some money.
It's also home to some of the biggest names in music, including rappers like Lil Baby, Future, 21 Savage, and many more. It's where legendary brands like Coca-Cola and Chick-fil-A got started. For years, people have called it the Black Mecca because almost every black person here seems to be making it big.
I became a millionaire officially at 22.
Wow. What would you say is the biggest deal you've done in the real estate space?
4.5 million now.
Bro, when you
In
just
Atlanta,
see
it can be seen and shown, and access to.
when you just see like the wealth, doesn't it make you feel excited, bro? Just so many opportunities, bro.
These black millionaires, the very
And I want you guys to take inspiration from this.
proximity. You can touch another millionaire, which is odd.
As the African discovering the world, I had to come to Atlanta
Damn,
to
bro,
see
this
why.
thing has been everywhere.
As the African
Look at this guy, bro. The hell?
discovering the world, I had to come to Atlanta to see why this city is unlike any other place in America. During my time here, I'll be speaking to successful black entrepreneurs, exploring the food, and visiting the city's most iconic spots. Let's begin. So guys, my first time in Atlanta. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know, I have to do like all those people that live here. Is where concrete dominates. Atlanta feels like a city inside a forest.
Atlanta is actually famously known
Yeah.
as a city in a forest. Why? Because 48% of the city is covered in trees.
Bro, it's a beautiful city, bro. Guys, oh my goodness. Guys, I went to Atlanta. Whoo, bro. Like, I didn't even know how to describe it, bro. And I feel like a creator like me, that's where I should probably live. So, Atlanta, I'm coming to you soon.
Obviously, that helps with air
You guys can hit up the PayPal link in the description, you know what I'm saying? So I can come to see near you.
quality. That helps with it not feeling as hot as it technically could be.
Guys, it's so cold out here today. Listen here. What do you think of the fact that
To hold on.
Atlanta is anywhere else? I knew how.
I started
Dante.
I started off as Akron.
I know this guy is cool. It's crazy because like being a creator, he probably would have like maybe this guy's a big guy. How many views? How many subscribers does he have? 1 million subscribers. So he's been doing what he's been doing for a while. Maybe they know him. But this is what I do, guys. Like this is what you call building your brand. These creators, like someone like this guy's an entrepreneur, he's got a business. I see him on all these other podcasts. He knows he's got to keep building his brand. So the more creative channels he gets on, let's even have a look. Does he have their like ads in the description? Uh, yeah, he puts all the ads in the description. Come on, bro. It's a business. Anyway, let's watch it.
This amount of black success so apparent. Dantes Akram, 26 years old now, father of 2 daughters, beautiful kids. So I started off with clothing, like I was selling do-rags and bonnets in my hometown. Eventually, I started growing that brand. We hit 6 figures in like, I think it was like 16 or 18 months.
Selling do-rags, guys. Link in the bio. I have offer for do-rags.
I started realizing like I actually have power as far as how I was marketing myself and me and my daughter. She was the reason we went viral. She was the reason the business even took off like that. So I started a clothing brand called One Love. I gave her 50% ownership.
Damn, bro. He gave his daughter 50% ownership. That's dope. And the first part about what he said is his daughter, he used his daughter in his marketing and going viral, right? And I kind of know his story. Like, the daughter having the child would have been a curse. Like, bro, he was 17 when he had a child. It's like, what the hell do I do at 17? But you can see he went up and got his grind. But what you would have thought that was like a liability to your life at 17 actually became a blessing because he used in the marketing, and everything is marketing. Smart, bro. You got to be smart, man. Marketing, bro. You use anything that around you, market yourself. Like I'm marketing here. Feel me?
And the meaning behind it is like my daughter is my one love, you know, like I do everything for her. I had a kid at 18. So it was like everything just hit me. I'm just like, you know, this is my everything. So I'm gonna do everything I can in my power for my last name to make sure she's straight. Then we moved to Atlanta and it's been up since.
When did you launch Golden Brown at 19, yeah?
Yeah, so I started my do-rag brand at 18, about 19 and a half, going on 20. I had about 100K liquid in the bank. So like numbers wise, my brand, when we first started it off, we hit 100K in the first 4.5 months. So I was selling cars as well on the side of all my businesses. And then that's when I went full time and I was like, all right, I'm making more money than a job could pay me. And then that's when I got a lot into the stock market and crypto. So I became a millionaire officially at 22.
Oh, what? What?
Wow.
Go back to that,
So I
bro.
was selling, started off, had about 100K liquid in the bank. So I started my do-rag brand at 18,
About 18.
19 and a half, going on 20. I had about 100K liquid in the bank.
So he started at 18 and then 1920 he had 100K liquid. So let's say a year and a half in, which is still pretty good, bro. Bro, you don't make money in business like that. Like it depends, you know. But 100K liquid, shit.
So like numbers wise, my brand, when we first started off, we hit 100K in the first 4.5 months. So I was selling cars as well on the side of all my businesses. And then that's when I went full time and I was like, all right, I'm making more money than a job could pay me. And then that's when I got a lot into the stock market and crypto. So I became a millionaire officially at 22.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got to think of a 3.5 year span, but it felt like forever because I'm living it day to day. So now we've generated over $5 million across crypto, stocks, do-rags, and clothing.
Bro, what?
I'm living it day to day. 3.5 years.
Well, he did say, I feel that though. He said in a 3 year half span, it felt like ages. And it gets like that sometimes, like you going through it, bro, and it just feels like, why is this taking so long? And the key in those positions is to always stay like you're in position of wealth, like you're wealthy, like not to have lack. But yeah, bro, day to day, 3 years, I can see how that would feel like hella long.
Man, but it felt like forever because I'm living it day to day. So now we've generated over $5 million across crypto, stocks, do-rags.
So, bro, he would have had to be like when he's making, because you got to think about he's young, like probably his expenses were low. He wasn't spending more than he was earning. Get his do rags. He was doing his things, da 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 da, working his job, stacking money away.
Clothing.
Do rags clothing. Yeah, because he said he was grinding with the do rags, grinding with the do rag, grinding with the do rags, then made like let's say his money 100K, then started the clothing brand to expand the do rag. Then in clothing, he did really well because he would have learned so much selling here. And then, imagine now you're putting away 2,000 a month or even like let's say 500 a month into here, 1,000 every so here, maybe you got 8, 9 or 6, 5, 8, 10K in things here, and then he probably kept going, kept building that, then that probably maybe went into like 2, 3, 400K, shit like that. So anyway, yeah.
What up, bro? What up, my brother? Nice to finally meet you, man. Nice to meet you. Welcome to America.
He's also a YouTuber or podcaster.
What would you say is the biggest deal you've done in the real estate space?
I think it's only about 4.5 million now.
So how did you like get started in the real estate space?
Here's what really happened. I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad at a young age. And then I also read Building Wealth by Russ Whitney, From Rags to Riches.
Guys, how often do you guys read? Comment below.
For real estate. So those two books gave me the foundation like, dang, I do need to be in real estate because for one, even if you don't want to sell no one a property, if you just want to own property, you want to know the ins and outs about owning property. So why not get your real estate license? And if you think about it, you get your real estate license, now you can talk to any millionaire and billionaire because guess what they need? Real estate.
Real estate, true. When it comes to Atlanta, generally everybody says Atlanta is the only state in America that has the highest amount of Black millionaires.
Yo, but pre the Maybach, Maybach.
Why do you think it's like that? That's the man is true.
Well, I feel like it is true, honestly, because I've been living here almost 20 years. And where I'm from, you don't see black people driving fancy cars.
Yeah.
But here, it amazed me to see so much activity and so many people moving. And not only that, the police being black, the mayor being black. Here, you can be successful with only doing business with our people.
In Atlanta, it can be seen and shown, and access to these black millionaires is a very close proximity. You can touch another millionaire, which is odd. Most
I know those two other guys. So that was pretty, like, it was pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm about to go react to this Diddy whole thing. So catch me in the next video. But I think that was cool just to see it, some of those guys. Oh, they went to this guy's crib again. Oh, it's because they were splitting houses. It's kind of bored me.
cities, I can't meet P. Diddy or Jay-Z, but I can meet Jermaine Dupri, I can meet bigger stars in all life down the street. They could be going to your local.
Oh, wow.
So you have a certain aspiration.
America. What do you feel makes ATL different?
Atlanta pushes Atlanta. I would just say that's our blessing and that's our code of strength. As long as you do something that's of support and it's something that people can be proud of, they'll push you. You could be shining shoes. Atlanta will support you shining shoes as long as you're doing it properly.
No, you can do. I'm trying to see what you're about to do, man. I may see you on TV someday. I'm be getting a shot.
Agree with Blackwell to take a closer look at the city's. And guys, it's just crazy to be walking around like the center of. It became the capital of Georgia. But this land belonged to the creek and middle of Georgia. The place became known as Atlanta. It was terminus, just a small railroad crossing in the middle of Georgia. In the early 1800s, this land belonged to the Creek and Cherokee people, but as settlers moved in, they were forced out. By 1847, Atlanta was officially a city.
He said they were forced out. You see how the British and it's cruel, but geez, very cruel. But you got to think about it too. It's like they were smart. They were incredibly smart, bro. You don't do all of that by just brute force alone. You got to use some mind techniques to convince people that the land that's theirs. I mean, of course, they came with guns and stuff like that. But still, like, god damn.
Became the capital of Georgia and the business and cultural center of the South. Then came the civil rights movement. Martin Luther King Jr. and other leaders used the city as a base. Luther King's house, this is where he
and just watch this grand.
Yeah, but let's go back to this guy.
Come on. Appreciate you coming to Atlanta. Of course, I got to show you one of my luxurious properties that I got here in Buckhead. So this is one of my homes that's 4.5 million, sitting on 2 acres of land. And just watch this grand entrance. I'm gonna let the videographer go in.
Hey, Young Dolph lived in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure. And Atlanta, you could probably like 4.5 mil, bro. In other cities, that'd be way more than that because there's hella land out there. Would I have a house in Atlanta? I think I would. Would have to get it hella secured up because Atlanta has its problems, but
This home was built in the 80s. My seller bought this property and did a slight renovation. And
he bought it.
Pretty much showing you guys around. Okay, cool. All right. This office, pretty huge. It's actually the size of a bedroom. I love this form of dining room. Seller put the wallpaper up, chandelier. Here's the kitchen. Here's obviously where it goes down at.
That's our kitchen.
Exactly.
It has its own sitting area, so where you can lounge and eat.
With a fireplace.
With a fireplace.
All right, so this is the master wing. They don't say master anymore. Do you know the reason they call it master suite was because they
slavery and stuff like that.
So I was supposed to say primary suite.
Yeah.
I done got used to so used to saying master.
Yo, videos 5. Let's go to the next video.